Stephen in New York. You're wondering how to come out. Is that right?
Oh, well, sort of. I would have gone into a little more detail with it with a call screener, but I was a little starstruck because I didn't expect to get on the show.
Okay.
You're here now.
You're here. You made
I'm a huge fan.
You've arrived.
Thank you. So I'm on with Don and who else?
Phil, I'm over here. Now that
hi, Phil.
random dude with the fro to the side. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm on my phone. I can't see it. I know who you are. I've seen the show a lot. I'm actually, I've been a closeted atheist since November 19th. I consider that my new birthday.
Okay. Well, not every atheist has a day that they can point at.
Oh, I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends on Twitter has it, keeps reminding me of it.
Okay.
Those lovely Twitter friends.
Is this a day that you want to forget? Is that what you want? Anyway.
No. But anyway, it wasn't exactly looking for advice on how to come out, but more asking if what I'm currently doing in church as a Sunday school teacher that's secretly an atheist is a bad idea. I'm a Sunday school teacher for the Salvation Army.
You said you are a...
You cut out a little bit. Are you saying you are a Sunday school teacher?
I am, yes.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
And I've been a Sunday school teacher for several years and a pretty big part of my church. So I'm not really, I'm trying not to ruin what I have because, like, a lot of family stuff, pretty much every friend I have in person kind of hinges on me being a big member of the church. And I'm getting pressure to stay in the church and stay very active in it. Like when I try and take a step back, the people in the church and my family push me to get back into it. So it's a bit tough to try and get out of it without letting anyone know that I'm an atheist.
No, I understand. That's a tricky problem. And, you know, this reminds me of the Clergy Project, which is really geared at clergy members who have come out and figured out that they're atheistic and they are sort of stuck in these jobs and stuck with these loads of expectations that sound very similar to what you're struggling with. And I would suggest looking that up and maybe trying to join that group if that's even possible, given your status.
I have looked into them. I have looked into the Clergy Project. I know I hear you guys mention it all the time. I've probably watched 500 of your episodes at this point.
I'm sorry.
Several months. But what I've been trying to do is, rather than get out of the clergy and try to find support in that way, sort of using my position to reform my church into something a bit less fundamentalist, if you know what I mean. Like, for instance, I've helped my specific church weed themselves off of the pseudoscientific answers in Genesis crap.
I see.
And now most of the clergy members accept, at least in my church, accept Big Bang, evolution, and just see God as the cause of that. And
wow, well, that's a big step forward.
You know,
actually,
this is 007 agent covertness here.
On homosexuality.
You're getting some applause from the audience. But it's a bit of a dangerous game, though, because you know, if you are discovered, you might end up having the issue backfire, or things might get ugly. But I do see where you're going, and I do think that you know, if you are going to stay in that role, that you sort of do have a moral responsibility to try to nudge your community in the right direction.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is set up systems, get systems in place that I can leave the church. Planning to move somewhere else, where we're not going to have to deal with going to church anymore. So I'm sort of planning on getting out of the living systems that will continue this mentality of at least having one of the less damaging types of Christianity in place that won't hinge on me.
Yeah.
So,
Make them think it was their idea.
yeah, something sort of like that.
Yeah, because that
Like,
yeah, that concerns me when you're saying that, if you want to step back or, try to, pull things back a little bit, your role and everything else, and then you get all of this pressure that's trying to, push you, even if it was just like, oh, you want to, start focusing on something else, or you want to start exploring the world a little more, and it's just like this constant pressure to push you back into the same role is concerning. Whether you were, regardless of how you identify, that's I see that as concerning on that side for your well-being. If you don't feel free to be able to just, even pull back a little bit and enjoy your life a little more without all of this familial or church pressure to, make you fall back in line. That's a concern of mine.
I've sort of come to terms with the fact that I'm at least not anytime soon going to be able to come out due to.
Yeah.
It's not just family situations. There's a pretty big thing at stake. If my family lost communication with me, or if they decided to cut me out, that is one thing. But my sister, in particular, is sort of looking to me as her pillar of faith. Like, she sees me as one of the holiest people in the church, as some.
Oh, the irony, huh?
Yeah. But she is sort of looking at me and thinking, because he still believes, I can still cling to the idea that I'll be able to see mom and dad again. Because I remember she heard that I don't believe in the literal flood of Noah. And she was like, do you believe heaven killed too? And I was like, oh, crap, I can't tell her.
Yeah.
I can't tell her how I have to feel about
Well,
that.
that's
Like,
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Personally, I would tend to want to gravitate towards a situation where I didn't have so much pressure on me. But, you do have a kind of unique situation there.